I think
Sophia
has to start
yeah,
again.
we can't hear you anymore.
And turn your
Privacy
camera on.
policy.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. So when did you stop? Or when did I stop?
That's
One
appointment.
sentence.
Yeah, one
Okay.
sentence.
One sentence about your topic and one sentence why you decided to share your knowledge. That would be interesting. And maybe just one sentence just to keep it interactive and everyone can say something. And then we go into the details of the organizational part. And because I am mean, I am calling out someone who can start. And I think we start with Max.
Good pick. Yeah. First of all, I'm Max. I'm part of Bertelsmann, and my topic is how you collaborate in, especially in such a big company like Bertelsmann Group, right? And I use the tool, the Bertelsmann collaboration platform for it. And yeah, why I want to share my knowledge, because I think it's really important to stay in contact with cross-divisionally with colleagues and to learn from them, even if it's at the first side, it looks like a different topic, but most of the time you can learn from each other, and yeah, it's really important in my opinion.
Maybe you can call someone else.
I do this with my finger, and it's Nicholas.
Yeah, thanks, Max. And Nico is just fine. I'm from Riverty. I'm responsible for learning topics in our learning, performance, and talent management team. And that's why also I decided to present a learning topic, which is using Synthesia. So this AI avatar video generation tool for learning contents, basically, because I did that a couple of months ago, already started with that, basically creating some leadership learning contents with Synthesia. And I think it's super cool because it really makes our process so much faster also with regards to video content creation. And that's why I wanted to show a bit of a small deep dive also in some of the tips and tricks there that I got now from Synthesia directly, for example. We had some monthly or weekly calls even in the beginning. So yeah, and in general, I thought it was super cool to have your campus initiative again, as we missed it basically last year, and the year before I was quite new, so I didn't really see that much of it, and that's why I thought cool to share something with others. And yeah, that's why I will present that. So I hand over to Dimitar that I asked to maybe present something too, and then he said yes.
Yeah, thanks, Nico. I'm also from Riverty, the finance pros in the Bertelsmann universe, where we are dealing with quite complex processes in financial transactions. What we are currently working on are quite top-notch topics around AI in a conversational voice AI. And that combined with very fancy technology on using process visualizations, and see what is the impact of conversational voice AI in our core processes. And that's just a technology preview, which I would like to share because I think it might be interesting also in other units. And I'm handing over to Markus.
Okay, thank you. So I'm Markus. I'm working for Bertelsmann Marketing Services, there for the agency Territory, part of BMS. And yeah, my topic is about the importance of sleep for our physical and mental health in digital times. So I will explain how tech and data can help us stay healthy and productive in challenging times like these. And I will talk about what sleep trackers are available, how is the tech and data behind this, and how do we deal with screens, blue light, EMF, and wireless network radiation, for example. And yeah, that's my topic. It's a little bit special because it's not about AI or really tech nerd things, but it's, I think, very relevant for all of us. So that's my topic. Okay, then I choose Michael.
Yo, this is me. My topic is called Design Meets Functionality, and it's basically sort of a PowerPoint hack, because in our daily business, we all know you'll be invited to meetings and for some webinars and stuff, and there's nothing worse than getting slides full of texts and arrows and process descriptions and all sorts. And I've got some really, really cool hacks for making a presentation, first of all, pretty interesting for the audience to see, to watch, and how to use such a content creation, for example, for the PeopleNet, creating cool e-learnings and stuff. So this is me coming from the Healthcare Academy at Arvato, and I would like to show that to the organization. And I'm handing over to, let's see what RTL has prepared. Stephanie.
I don't know what RTL has prepared, but my topic will be become king. It's called Become King and Queen of the Modern Tool Jungle. So I'm Adoption and Change Manager at RTL Tech. Having the topic of please folks learn about our modern work tools we have at RTL is kind of my daily doing. So it was a no-brainer as a first-time your campus attendee. Because I'm only on the 1st of February, I have my 1-year anniversary at RTL. So yay! And I want to support everyone regarding, okay, we have complicated times at the moment, and what is all this tech, all these tools, what are they doing, which should I use, and how can they help me? And especially one of my foci, I don't know, will be not only the tech, but what's our mindset using those tools, or having them in our daily business, and why do I have to change, and why do I have to look onto my processes, and how I maybe eventually can do that. So it's not only the tech side of the tools, but also what can I bring to the tools and to the job. So that will be my topic. And I'm choosing Ene, Mene, Mai, and Mu, Marta.
Thank you. I'm Marta. I'm data analyst in Bertelsmann Education Group. But before that, I work in Penguin, Spain for 6 years. So maybe for this reason, I'm the only session in Spanish that I'm so proud. And my session is about how the tech people need to break barriers with the business to encourage them how to use the dashboards, which language we need to use, the tech people about vocabulary, who need to explain all the data tools, because sometimes in Penguin and also now in Education Group, I see some barriers that business or the stakeholders don't understand, and tech people don't know how to explain. So I try to show the tools that I'm using, and I hope that people on the session can bring me some ideas too. And I think the last person, Robin?
Yeah, I think I'm last out. Yeah, in my presentation, I will share how I, as a senior client success manager at Riverty, use AI to improve efficiency in my daily work. A senior client success manager is like a key account manager in some ways. So my goal is to inspire the people and show how great potential there is in AI in the operational side as well. And I'm doing it just to, I like to challenge myself. So this is a great challenge for me and to inspire my colleagues as well. So a great opportunity.
Great. So thank you everyone for sharing. I registered myself for giving a session as well, and I really think it is a challenge as well. Even though I talk to people in other circumstances, I think it's also, or you need a lot of courage to do that if it's not normal for you to do it every day. So thank you everyone for taking the time and for sharing your knowledge, and looking forward to it. Robin.
Yeah, and actually, I like the kick you get out of it when you get nervous as well. So that's quite.
Yes, and I think
funny.
everyone will appreciate it anyways, because it's a person standing in front of other people, just taking time and explaining something, or just talking about something that you're currently dealing with. For instance, Nico, I told all of my colleagues they have to go into your session because they shall learn Synthesia, and that's the best thing that we can have, somebody else who is already using it, explaining how you are using it. So that's wonderful and it's great. Okay.
Thanks. No pressure, thanks.
No pressure. So I said words for today. I just wanted to share a bit who's here, because maybe you can also talk with your colleagues about the other trainers and do some advertisement for them if you think something could be interesting for them. Except of Stephanie, because I saw your session is already sold out. So no advertisement for you anymore.
Well, what?
Many people want to see or learn something about the workplace jungle.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh, I think I have to go because I have to prepare my. Oh shit! Who was the guy with the slides? Can we? Oh god.
I think it's great.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. So yeah, I'm cool. How many people have already signed on?
I think it's over 66, so a lot.
Oh shit.
So how many participants are allowed per session?
It depends. So if you have a workshop, you were able to say maximum number of, and then we had a limited number. And I think you said, Stephanie, that you want to have maximum 50 or 60 people. I don't know. But if you didn't say there's a maximum number, so it's open to everyone who wants to join. So if it's a presentation, so maybe there are more than 60, maybe there are more people attending then. But I can show you how you can look it up in the next 2 weeks to see how many people may attending. And if you want to do some advertisement yourself then in your division, or you have some colleagues in other divisions you're talking with, feel free to do that as well. So you can all see my screen, right? Yes. Perfect. So we have 4 components that we want to give you in order to prepare you for your session. The first one was the train the trainer sessions that have been already, or they took place already a few weeks ago now. I hope every one of you had the chance to participate in order to prepare best. If not, there won't be new sessions before end of January, but there will be new sessions in preparation for the next Your Campus. So if Robin, maybe if you really liked it and you want to give another session in the next Your Campus, then feel free. And then you can, of course, participate in the trainer session as well. Then we have a trainer guide that's actually the presentation I give to you today, and we will send it to you on Monday, I think. Then you have everything in a presentation and can look it up in case of any questions. We will also send you some wallpapers or backgrounds that you can use in your sessions. You don't have to, it's just to have a clean background with a Your Campus branding on it. If you don't want to use it, no worries. And we want to provide you with a PowerPoint master if you want to have a Your Campus look and feel. If you have typical slides you use in other presentations, so I can imagine, Marcus, that you maybe have a ready to show slide deck maybe, and then you can of course take your own ones. If you want a bit of template, then you can use our PowerPoint master that we send to you. And as we are in the preparations for the Your Campus, as you have seen yesterday, we launched the timetable. There are some other tiny things that you can go through in order to prepare for the sessions. So I would just like to go through all the little steps. And if you have questions, just raise your hand or talk right away. No worries. Stop me, and then we can clarify it directly, I would say. So with regards to the number of registrations, I just mentioned it before. So there's a little differentiation between presentations some of you are giving or the interactive workshops. So the interactive workshops in most cases have then limited seats. So people need to go or to click on the link on the timetable, and then they are landing on the BCP event page of that workshop and can register for the meeting. But if it's already sold out, like in Stephanie's case, then the button is gray and you cannot click on it anymore. But what I wanted to tell you is, of course, it might be that there are 5 people more maybe, because of course the Teams link can be forwarded or somebody did not accept as I am coming, but maybe tentative. So there might be some other circumstances that you do not really know the final number, but we thought it's okay because in online meetings many people are a no-show nowadays. So taking into account the no-show rate and then have a little overlapping and overbooking, we thought that's maybe and in the same number that you sent to us, but we wanted to be transparent and tell it so that you are aware that the number can, of course, maybe be different in the number you see on the BCP. And when you have clicked on presentation only, there is no limitation. So everyone can enter the BCP event page, click on add to calendar, and then they have it in their calendars. And yeah, you can see it. If you click on the BCP, then you can see the number of participants, but it might be that it's, Max, correct me if I'm wrong, but it might be that it takes some hours to refresh. So maybe the next morning there are many more people. So maybe if you're interested, you can look it up when preparing for the session so that you have a feeling how many people will join your sessions. Are there any questions with regards to that? No. Great.
Just sorry, Sophia, just quickly, technical question. So I just did it also with my session just to check and then add to calendar, but then it said it added it to my calendar, but then again, is it really adding it directly to Outlook or what? Or is it maybe the BCP calendar or so? Because normally with Outlook, I know that it then downloads an ICS file, right? I don't see anything changed in my Outlook calendar.
Maybe it's because you have it already in your calendar because Selena did send it to you.
Could be, of course. Yeah, could be, of course, too. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
But I do see the participants, yeah.
yeah, maybe a short information from my side. Yeah, if you already have it in your calendar, then this is a typical behavior that you can't save it again. But you can test it with another online meeting on the BCP. When you say add it to my calendar, then you will get an invitation in your Outlook calendar, and this you have to accept or
Okay,
to
cool.
say maybe or something like this. Yeah.
Cool.
And
Yeah.
what's really nice this year, so it's a little pilot for us because we're working the first time with the BCP, but it's really nice because you can see here in the event section on the BCP, all sessions are available or visible on the calendar of the BCP, and there is an extra register card, which is the York campus, and we have a little iframe, so your timetable and the sessions of yours are displayed there as well. So people looking at our website or on the BCP can enter all the sessions, which is really nice.
And if maybe one more thing, if you want to promote your session, you can do this too. If you click on your session on the BCP, then you have a little share button at the top. If someone wants to see this in detail, I can show it afterwards if you want to. And then you can share to a specific interest and skills group. So everyone with this interest or with this skill in his or her account will get a notification from you that it calls something like, for example, Sophia wants to share this with you because it could be interesting for you. And then all people will get a notification about it. And yeah, maybe you can, with this option, you can grow your audience a little bit.
Robin.
I was curious about the stars on that picture. How do the participants know that my presentation is for beginners? Is it only through the stars and beginners sign there? I have so many participants right now. I hope they know that it is for beginners in my session.
Yeah, it's only here, so it's only beginners and the star. So I think they know it. I hope so.
Okay.
So maybe that's something that you can add into your introduction so that people know what to expect. Yeah.
I don't want to cause disappointment in the group. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure you all have maybe looked it up already, or you can do it afterwards. But if you're on your own event page, then you can see description, recordings, which is not available yet, and won't be afterwards, and participants. And if you click on participants, you can see the number of participants of your session. Okay, so with regards to preparation, questions that you could ask yourself, of course, if you did already prepare your session, maybe you did it already. So did you prepare your sessions yet? Do you have questions that you would like to ask us? And another question that you could ask yourself is if you do want to share materials prior the session with the participants or afterwards. So that is possible because it's a Teams link, so you can share everything with the calendar entry with all participants afterwards or prior if they need something to bring with them or they have a working sheet or something. That's also possible. And another question that we have with regards to the recording is, of course, if you want the session to be recorded, and if you have any special requirements with regards to the setup of your meeting, with regards to technical setup. So if there is something special, you can just tell us, because we thought otherwise we would just do a default recording, because there are many people yesterday asking already if we can record the sessions because there are 2 or 3 sessions at the same time and they would participate at the same time, and that's not possible, of course. So if there would be a recording, they could see both of the sessions. So that's a request from the participants, and if you do not want your session to be recorded, just tell us now or send us an email or something afterwards. With regards to your sessions preparations, just a few tips or a request from our side. All of you did describe their lessons with the 3 key messages or skills that you will teach the people. So that could be a check after preparing the session if you really have all the 3 takeaways that you advertise before in your session's content. If you have enough time for each of the skills that you wanted to share, so does the agenda fit to your outcomes? Because in the past we experienced that many participants or many trainers run out of time. So maybe really have a tiny schedule just for you as a trainer. If you have enough time for each of the outcomes. And as I said before, does anyone need to prepare something up front? Is there something that people need to know before? Is there maybe a website or a tool or a technical setup that they need? Do you have any kind of exercises or tasks? So if you need a breakout, that would be a little more complicated if you're not in the B group. So that would be something that we could talk about individually as well. Yeah, so I think that would be some questions that you could ask yourself before the session start. Is there any question that you have that you would like to ask? Robin?
I actually don't want my presentation to be recorded, I think. It is kind of a personal explanation during the presentation, so I don't want to keep it in data form.
Okay,
if it is
yeah,
okay.
that's perfect. Mm-hmm.
Yes, thank you.
Jacob?
Just quick question on the setup. Are we going to be the organizer basically, or have all the rights for the meeting that is set up so that we can do also everything that the organizer can do? The case?
I think the technical setup is presenter, so
Yeah,
you
okay.
can present slides, but
Yeah.
if you want to do breakouts, we would need to give you the moderating skills setup.
Yeah, so I have to think about it, but I think that would be the only thing, and I right now I have not planned it with the breakouts, but everything else would be good just to be able to maybe also sometimes mute everyone and things like that, right? Yeah, if that's necessary. Okay, cool.
Michael?
Just me. Sorry. The recording. Do I have to start the recording, or can I say it starts automatically, or?
We would like to say it starts automatically, so you do not have to do something in advance. Robin, in your session, we will not click on that button, so everything won't be recorded. We just are checking if that is possible because we have it via BCP and the host is the BCP, so that's one last check that we have to do. Otherwise, we will just enter the session and click on the button because we need the recordings in our, I think it's in our workplace, and then you do not need to transfer it to us. So I think it's the easiest way if we click on the recording button then.
And especially with Michael, we have one from Avato, so from another tenant. That could be also a problem sometimes. So yeah, then you need to do it manually, one of you from your campus team.
But if you then have something that you need, I have it on another slide, but I shared it now. If you have something, maybe a breakout, or you have or you remember a moment which you do not like to be published, then you can just tell us. There is one section, please cut it out. Then, of course, we will do that for you as well.
Great.
Okay. Communication is key. We published the timetable yesterday. We published it on a BNet. Our friends of the BCP did publish an article on the BCP and also on the content collaboration platform. And there was a mailing, so I would say it's kind of a newsletter to all members of the BCP yesterday. We asked the HR colleagues in every division to share our own articles in their divisional language on their intranets. And we have a Bertelsmann University blog post, so that is everything that we can do to share the information. But as I said before, if you see a session that could be interesting for your colleagues or teams, feel free to advertise them as well. And as Max said before, you can also, of course, advertise your session. And on social media, we will just do a general posting on LinkedIn, but of course, you are more than welcome to post yourself, because I think it's always a really good one to show people what you're doing and maybe to inspire them to think about sharing their session as well, or doing something similar to that. And then there will be a newsletter in the week of the Your Campus for last day decisions for people who like to participate short term. We will send it out, I think, on the Monday of the Your Campus week. So there will be another extra advertisement with regards to that. If you would like to contact your participants, of course, you can just send it via email and click on reply to all. But then it would be great if you can put our email address also in the contact field, because then we can see it. And if someone else is asking about the slides or maybe some information, we just know what the discussion was. And please know that the registrations are possible until the start of your session. So sometimes there might be last minute cancellations or people who did not then get the pre-reading if you send it out 2 days before the session starts. Yes. Robin?
Just a quick question in regards to cancellation. If you're sick on that day, just to be a bit personal, I have a disorder, a bipolar disorder. So my mood is kind of shaky without medication. I have to take week by week in some way. How do I do if I need to cancel my presentation?
I think I have something like, I have a slide for that as well.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, you can just, as you would do in Outlook, you just ask for another day, so to reschedule the session, and then we can see that. Max, is it correct? So we can, as we are the organizers of the session, we can reschedule the session then for the week after. So I think it's no problem if that week is not the week, then of course we can reschedule the session and then we just do it 1 week after or 2 weeks or whatever fits.
Just in case.
Yeah.
I need to know. Thank you.
For the record, Robin, I was smiling a lot about the picture they chose for the slide, so nothing in
no.
direction.
I'm totally fine with my disorder. I'm quite open about it. It's a mental sickness, and it's fine to have a mental sickness as well. So I'm cool with it.
Sorry, I had a burnout, and
yeah.
I'm awkward.
Another session.
Yeah. So maybe another topic, which is also really, and I think that's also something that I'm really looking forward to, if we have another topic to focus on, to have sessions like that.
Yeah, I think my topic is a kind of topic that is interesting because mental health is getting more important during these times, and with a good quality, healthy sleep, you can do a lot to avoid such things. So
Marcus, Robin, and I can put us together and make a new session.
Yes,
we will do that.
yes, of course.
Really nice.
Every time, every time.
Yes. What we wanted to share as well is some practical tips from previous Your Campus editions. So what we've learned from the last sessions. I think it would be great if you could open your meeting 5 to 10 minutes prior the official start, just to prepare yourself and see if everything is working out fine. If not, we of course try to support you. But of course, it's easier if it's not last minute. And we have some minutes to support you. We have disabled the waiting room because then you do not have this annoying interruptions when somebody is entering the meeting room and you do not have to decide to let everyone in. So we hope that is working out fine. Be as engaging with your audience as possible, because I think in virtual meetings it's always nice to really talk to the people, interact with the people, even though it's if it's a presentation or something. I think make it engaging. That's really really important, because when people have greater emotions, they can of course remember more of the sessions. And Robin, as you said, it's a challenge. Don't panic, just have fun. I'm pretty sure everyone will have at least one takeaway of the sessions. It's not about being perfect. It's not about being an expert. It's just about sharing learnings or topics that you're currently dealing with, that you maybe learn yourself right now. So my session, for instance, it's about Microsoft To Do. So how to better organize with Microsoft To Do and Outlook in order to have an empty inbox. And I'm not an expert at all, because I have so many emails and I struggle a lot with finding the best hacks and to-dos and efficient ways. But I will share the learnings that have helped me most. And I'm by far not an expert, but I would like to share at least my first insights and hacks. And I think that's completely fine, because then we're like just sharing first tips and nobody has to start from zero. If you do not know how to customize your background, we have some explanation here as well. I think you can see it then afterwards in the reading. We will send you the Your Campus wallpapers, and then you can just save them and upload them here. And during your session, if you like, of course, you can take a picture, because we're always looking for some footage to advertise the next sessions and really show people coming together, even though it's virtual. So if you think of that, it would be great. If not, of course, I forget it all the time. It's no problem, but it would be really nice. Stefan.
Yeah, I had one last question regarding if you want to tell the people, like, okay, if you have questions after our topic, and what in your experience is best to offer them, like our personal email address, or like can they contact us through the community, or what is the best practice here?
I would say it depends on the topic, because in the past we had something called coffee break coaching, which was really nice. It was, I think it was like self-improvement thing. And the trainer offered it afterwards on the BCP, and he just opened up something like a little group, and everyone who was interested in coffee break coaching could enter, and then he could have a chat with everyone and invite them to new sessions when he wants to do an extra coaching. So that would be the case if you tend to do it maybe another time afterwards. And if you would have a little tiny group of people, that would be an option. If it's rather about specific questions people can ask you, I would rather say maybe that it's the email address, or it's also possible that they use the chat of the meeting. So whatever feels best for you.
Okay, because I hate emails.
Yeah.
Okay, good, cool. Thanks.
And there's maybe also a good experience. My colleague, she did a Power BI session in the York campus in the past with somebody, I think from the Bing in the US. And she's talking to him since then, every time when she has some requests about Power BI, because he just offered his email address and they are really in a good contact. But I think it's rather seldom. So it's not that usual case, and you don't have to be afraid that like 60 people ask you all the time, but of course it can happen. Okay, I think that is the last and for me most important thing. We will ask the participants for feedback, and the feedback that we would like to have is what is the topic that you would focus on in the next round? So it can be everything from mental health to, I don't know, sports. So it's just to listen to the people and see what they would be interested in having as next sessions that we should focus on. So we prepared a Menti survey or a pulse survey. And there is a link behind this, and I've also put it in the notes field. And that is something that you can add into your chat 5 minutes prior to the end of the meeting, so they can type in the topics that they are interested in, so that we can evaluate that after the York campus and present the next topic that will start in May. So that would be a request from our side. Have it in the last 5 minutes in your session, prepare some minutes to do that, and copy it into your slides. Or if you don't have slides, at least share the Menti survey with the participant. Any questions with regards to that?
Except for that, we can do feedback however we want, basically. So 5 minutes before the last 5 minutes, we could also just go ahead and do our own Menti or quick feedback form in the team meeting or whatever we want, right?
Because you want special feedback just for you, like for your
for the session or the session and the topic there. Yeah, if it was useful for them, things like that, right?
Yeah. So there will be a general feedback after the 3 days of the York campus that we send out to everyone. But if you want special feedback to some kind of sessions or content, you can of course add it in your session.
Cool. Okay. No, if there is of course a default one afterwards, will we then get the results as presenters? Or okay, cool. Yeah, then that's cool. Yeah. Okay.
But from my experience, people answer in the session better than if you ask them afterwards. So that's something that you really have to consider.
You lose about 60% or so or more.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't follow. I think we don't need to do anything with a link or something. That's automatically in the session. Or do I copy something?
Yeah. It would be great if you could copy the this link. So I think it will lead you to the questionnaire then, and the people can then enter their. We will reset that, but they can enter then just the words that they or topics that they would be interested in. So you just need to share the link. I just go back to this link. And it's also in the notes field, and you can share it in the chat with the participants, or you prepare a slide where you share the Menti code with the QR code. So we give you everything and you can decide how you would like to share it. Okay. After the session, if you would like to share the slides with them, I think you can share it with them directly, send to all email and send it to everyone, and maybe copy us. Feel free to register, of course, for the next Eurocampus session. And I had a great talk with Marcus about it because he wasn't sure if sleep would be the right fit for digital and tech. And I really love the idea that he's now really focusing on gadgets and sleep in tech and data surrounding. And maybe the next time when it's about mental health, for instance, then he could also give the sleep session, but with another focus, maybe. So that's also something that we want to encourage you. If it fits to the topic, of course, that will be possible. And we will also offer a session without any kind of deep focus topic. So if you have the feeling you would have a topic that does not really fit into the big theme, then it could be offered there. And then, I don't know if you heard about that, but there is something like a Learnfluencer lottery, because every trainer who shares their knowledge will be automatically part of that lottery, and we will choose some winners, because all of you are trainers now, by or in February. So we do it randomly via an app, so that we are sure that nobody of us is selecting someone, and there will be some tiny prizes, and if you are the winner, we will contact you afterwards and send it over to you. I think that was everything from my side. Is there any open question from any one of you?
I didn't get the Menti code. Oh, sorry. Do I need it?
Yeah, it would be great if you could share it with the participants
Yeah.
in the last 5 minutes in the chat then with them, and then they can fill it in.
Could you please share the PowerPoint again with the code?
Yes,
Sorry.
I will send the PowerPoint afterwards to you
Okay.
as well.
Okay,
So then
great.
you can just copy it from there.
Great, thanks.
Very quick, maybe again, technical question, but at some point, I don't know if it was the same with the others. I had 5 or 6 invites, but then someone told me, I don't know, Celine or someone told you it was just some system error, and then they went all out, they were deleted. Okay, but I still do have 2 invites. One is from BCP events, but the other is from dev_BCP events. Which one is the correct one, or which one should I then just ignore? Max, do you know it? Yeah.
Maybe I could answer this.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this maybe later again.
Yeah.
Not or that we not delete the right one, but
Yeah.
I think it's a dev, I would say. But let me see. Let us share, or you can share your screen then, and I will have a look. Maybe
I'll just send a screenshot to you, and then maybe you can share it also.
that will work too.
Okay, cool. Okay, thanks.
Great. So then, thanks for taking time, everyone. If you have any questions till the January 29th, 30, or 31st, please just let us know. And thank you all for sharing your knowledge, and looking forward to see all of your sessions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for all your
opportunity.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
See
very
ya.
much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye-bye.